welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we got a service call to do today. We're gonna go look at actually we're here right now. Look at a Hyundai with bad brakes. So we're gonna talk about how to troubleshoot brake system, what it all takes to repair it, and then we're gonna go back to the shop and we got a transmission rebuild. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna be removing the engine and tranny out today. Probably figure out what was wrong with it. It doesn't go in forward. That's what's wrong with it. So either way, we're gonna do a full transmission rebuild. And yeah, stay tuned. It might be a two-parter, maybe three-parter. I don't know.
And this one here, what do we do?
This one, we're gonna give the guy a quote of how much it's gonna cost, and then we're gonna order parts if he wants to go ahead and do it, and then we'll go from there. And then whenever the parts come in, we'll do this job, show you guys how to do a brake job, and bada bing, bada boom, everybody go home. Yo, check out the seat.
Comfy.
Can you imagine sitting on this? So this is a new customer, and they want us to check this forklift. They said the brakes are bad. So let's talk about brakes. So whenever you get a customer or whatever that says that my brakes aren't working, he basically says he has to put it in neutral for it to stop. More likely than not, you come here, look at this. Yeah. You see how the pedal's all the way to the floor? Right? So you see all that? It's supposed to stop before it even gets there. More than likely, the master cylinder is bad, right? So you got a master cylinder. That's what pushes pressure out to the wheel cylinders. You got one on each side. Each wheel cylinder expands when you press the pedal, right? And then the shoes and the drums, they open, and then it goes on the drum, and that's what makes the forklift stop. So more likely than not, the wheel cylinders are probably leaking. So you can check your brake fluid here. A lot of the times it's probably gone. Come over here. There's nothing in there. Whenever you go check out a forklift and you want to know if what's actually wrong with the forklift, first thing you want to do is make sure if it has fluid or not. If it has brake fluid, more likely than not, your problem is probably the master cylinder. If it has zero brake fluid, either your master cylinder is leaking or your wheel cylinders are leaking internally. All right, so you see that brake line right there? So that brake line comes from the master cylinder, and then that little nipple right there, that's where you take the air out. And that right there is the wheel cylinder. So wheel cylinder is inside the drum itself, right? And then you got one on each side. You got one over here too. Very typical, like the old style cars back in like the. Can you keep it down? Just like the cars in the 60s, 70s that had all drums and shoes. It's a very older, cheaper way, so that's why they do it that way. Yeah, there's really not much else we can troubleshoot here. If we wanted to troubleshoot anything deeper, we would take the wheel out, then take the axle out, and then that'll expose us to the drum. We take the drum out, and then we look inside. You know, we typically don't do that a lot because it takes some time to do that. Yeah, it takes about an hour to get both sides out completely, and then figure out what's leaking. More likely than not, another way you can tell too is a lot of the times when they're leaking internally, they'll leak on the outside. I don't see anything like leaking on the outside. Sometimes it leaks from the seal itself. I don't see any leaks, but yeah, this has no brake fluid. Pedal goes all the way to the floor. What I would do here is recommend a full brake job. That includes master cylinder, both wheel cylinders, both shoes, so left and right shoe on each side. We'll have to resurface the drum if it has to. If not, I'll get a flappy wheel and just all the way around and put it all back together, put new brake fluid in, bleed the system, and it should be done. That typically takes that's like a full day right there. If you're fast, you can probably get it done by like 3 p.m. if you start at 8 a.m. If it takes a while or something else comes up, you're probably looking at, yeah, I'd say about 3 hours each side, start to finish. Wow. If you do it by yourself, if you do it with somebody else, you tackle this side, somebody else does that side, you can tell that they haven't put a lot of love into this forklift. I'm not sad. Who wants to sit on a piece of towel when you can just put a brand new seat? Can you imagine going over a bump on this? That's super bad. See how it's getting stuck? Yeah, this master cylinder's toast. So they were complaining that this is the inching cable right here. They're saying that this would get stuck, so you can see why. It goes forward and the master cylinder gets stuck. And this doesn't return on its own. So this is your clutch. I guess it's called inching pedal. Some people call it a clutch because this puts your forklift in neutral. When you do that, this little valve, this pushes in and then it puts your, even if you're forward, even if you're like this going forward and you push this in, this puts your whole forklift in neutral.
Yeah.
And then you let go and then it keeps going forward. All right, we're out of here. On to the next one. I'm gonna turn it on, and then, or I'm gonna turn that one on, and then you're just gonna steer it. When I pull it back, we're gonna put it out to here, and then it goes in reverse. So we're gonna reverse it that way, and then I'm gonna push it back in wedgie. All right. Gonna remove the counterbalance and remove the hood, so that we have ample space to get the engine and tranny out at once. So to take the counterbalance out, you just take this bolt out right here, that one, and then you can do it one or two ways. Usually what we do is we put the forks through here with another machine. Yeah. Forks through here, lift it up, and then you bring it out, and then you can set it wherever you want. And then to put it back in, you go in, down, and then that's it. So you can probably see it through here, this little groove right here. So that clamps down into like the frame. That's what makes it sit, sit down. And this just tightens it so that it doesn't move this way. That's all good. All right, so now we just come in with the forklift here, lift it up. You could do it a different way. Some people stick like a rebar through here, and then you can tie a chain to the forklift. That way it doesn't like lean forward or back, but whatever. Hello, this is Elmer. Okay, high steer. Sounds good. Is it an X50 FT or something like that? Okay. And did you get any pictures or anything like that? Do you know where it's exactly leaking? So change of plans again. We just got a service call up in Port Charlie, which is like an hour and 15 minutes from here. Apparently the dealer has been dropping the ball since December. I take care of their location here in Fort Myers, which is like 45 minutes away, and yeah, they wanted me to go take a look at, see what we can do. If not, they might need a rental tomorrow. So either way, we're gonna take this counterbalance out real quick, set it aside, and yeah, that's that's a bad part about this kind of line of work is you get called out and you have to go until I find somebody who's just strictly in the shop, but it's hard to find. Yeah, let's wrap things up and let's get on the road. See you guys when we get there. It's leaking. Biggest issue is that tilt cylinder. We'll do both sides. The side shifter here, that needs to be replaced. This tire. So I just need to get the measurements for the axle. This is about 10 millimeters. Yeah, 10 millimeter for the axle. This is for the bearing, the OD for the bearing, outside diameter. It's about 36 millimeters, which is 1.41 inches. And then we'll do the length of the wheel itself.
What's left of it?
Yeah, what's left of it. It's about 77 millimeters, which is like 3.5 inches. I don't really use inches too much. Yeah, it's about 3.3 inches, 3.03. So the ID of the bearing is the same as the axle. So it's 10 millimeters. The OD was, what did I say it was? 36 millimeters, the length. And then sometimes they ask for the width, which is kind of hard to measure, but usually what I do is this here, like where the rubber starts. It's about 47, 1.8 inches. And then we'll use those numbers and try to find one that's close as possible. Yeah, order 2 sets. Order the parts for the high steer. Hopefully it's here tomorrow, and then we get that done first, and then we'll get this. Alright, so we just ordered the parts that we needed for that heister. We're doing the tilt cylinders. We're doing the side shifter wear plates. It needs new front tires. It's got a couple other leaks, but they want to get that done right away. And then we're going to do the load wheels on the Blue Giants, the little blue pallet jacks. Companies like this that deal with dealers and they drop the ball or they take forever to come out, you know what I'm saying? They'll lose clients pretty quickly because most of these companies, they rely on their forklifts or their whatever it may be, whatever equipment that they have, they rely on it right away so that it can be up and running. And so that's when we come in and, you know, we provide good service. We're here on time, and that's just the name of the game. You know, you have to be on time, reliable, able to show up quickly and do a good job, and you'll have all the customers in the world. So now we're just going back to the shop and hopefully remove the engine and tranny by the end of the day, and that'll be pretty good for today, I think. These gloves are the bomb. If you guys want your own gloves, these you can get them on advanced auto. No, not advanced. AutoZone. These are pretty durable. I like them. Making a bet to see how fast we can take this engine and tranny out. What do I think?
Yeah.
It's 3:18 now. I think we can get it done before 6.
Before 6?
Yeah. Well, let's say 2. What do you say? 2 hours?
Yeah, let's do 2 hours.
So 5:20.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, ready? I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. How much time? 4 minutes? We're at 3:17. I don't know, bro.
We're almost there.
Creo que eso tiene un tornillo ahí.
This is the extension she tells you not to worry about. What'd I say? 3 hours. So we started at 3:20 and now it's 6:25. So 3 hours in total to take this out. The biggest thing that we struggled with was the U-joint that goes.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Yeah, the drive shaft right there, the U-joint.
Yeah.
And then the motor mount on this side was like frozen. Like I couldn't even get the nut off. But other than that, I mean, it went out pretty smooth.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 and maybe part 3. Subscribe or I'll steal all your sockets. Dun, dun, ding.